Jen, her boyfriend Darius, Mila, Adam and Louise travels to a small town in Virginia before hiking the Appalachian Trail. Despite warnings to stick to the trail from the locals, the group of friends goes off trail. While walking through the mountain, a large tree trunk came tumbling down a hill, crushing Louise. They got lost and set up camp for the night in a graveyard. The following morning, the group wakes up and Mila is missing along with their cell phones. They find a 19th century plaque commemorating the creation of a group of settlers in the mountains called the Foundation nearby. While searching for Mila, Adam is caught in a trap and is dragged into a hole. Shortly after, while in a shed, the group see Adam is being carried away by two men wearing animal skull masks. Darius grabs a weapon and confronts the men. The rest of the group arrives after. Adam unties himself and heads one of the men in his head, then beats him to death, smashing his head. The other man escapes, and soon after Mila appears and it is revealed that she was hiding after seeing the men earlier. The group leaves, but soon after they were surrounded by more masked men. They tried to escape and Mila falls into a pit and is impaled on sharpened tree branches before being killed by an arrow fired by one of the masked men. The rest of the group eventually gets captured. They're taken to a settlement deep in the forest and put before a court for the murder of the man Adam killed. The Foundation leader Cullen finds Adam guilty and sentences him to death. Jen, Darius and Gary is found guilty of lying and is sentenced to darkness. Cullen uses the same wood and smashes Adam's head just like how he killed the masked man. Cullen blinds Gary with a heated iron by searing his eyes shut. Jen begs for mercy and she tells Cullen she and Darius can be useful to them. Jen gives up herself to Cullen, while Darius becomes a resident at the settlement and makes himself useful. Couple weeks later, Scott, Jen's father, arrives in town searching for her. Scott pays a local tracker to help him search the forest for his daughter, but the tracker is killed by a trap. Scott finds the settlement, but he is surrounded by the community members and Jen shoots him with an arrow, wounding him. Scott is then sentenced to darkness for trespassing. Jen sneaks out and releases her father, and she reveals she only shot him to not raise any suspicions. While fleeing, Jen finds Darius, but he refuses to leave, claiming he belongs there and tells her to go and he won't stop her. When Jen reaches the main gate, she finds it locked. She then encounters Ruthie, a kid who helps her and Scott escape before they are chased by Cullen and his people. They ran into armed local men from the town who came to help. After taking out some men from the settlement, they escaped from the mountains. Jen and her father returned home to their normal lives. Several months later, Jen visits her mother at home only to find Cullen and Ruthie inside the house. Cullen is confronted by Jen and he notices that she is pregnant with his child and he requests that Jen go back to the Foundation with him. Jen agrees to go back, but under one condition: Cullen must never interfere with her family. They leave together and drive away in an RV. As the end credits starts rolling, the RV begins to swerve and it crashes into a parked car. Jen exits the RV and stabs one of the guys from the settlement, then stabs Cullen to death as he tried to run away. Jen holds Ruthie's hand as they both walk back towards her mother's house.